whatever. Like, okay, they have a lot of guys that I can cleanse stuff or Mercury Tread stuff. I might go Mercury Treads and cleanse. And Mercury Treads, of course, hurts your damage output a lot because you really want Berserker's Greaves. But if you're someone like Sivir who's going to get hit by a CC and you can't spell shield everything, there comes a point where you're like, you know what, I might need Merc Treads to go away, and it just might be worth getting it, even though it's a damage output hit. But if you can get away without them, it's hugely efficient to get Berserker's Greaves. If you do the math, like Berserker's Greaves get basically the combined makes you pay 1 gold for 1 attack speed. Like that's amazing. The math works out to where the combined cost, you know, after you put in the movement speed in the equation, you're paying 1 gold per attack speed, and that is an amazing return on investment. Alright, so yeah, and we have Vladimir going mid, so and yeah, there's the Malphite up top. We see he's been clicked. Malphite's got the Doran's shield. So we're going to see boost 3 pods of Vladimir up in middle. That's a pretty standard build. Looks like he's got 371 move speed, and he's, let's see, do you know his base speed offhand, Hotshot? I always forget base move speeds of casters. Alright, Hotshot can't hear me. I think he's like 305 or 310. Oh, there's an enemy team. Okay, here we go. Okay, Nunu gets stunned right there. They're going to charge right in there. A couple of damage output gets missed, but Nunu's getting completely crushed right now with the Ignite on. Yes, there's the kill. Tushi picking up first blood with Cho'Gath and Rammus, charging in with defensive ball curl. And they still win, with Rammus being entirely useless, because they face-checked the brush and got stunned by Taric. That was a really, really silly mistake. That, honestly, should not have happened that way, I feel. And Nunu kind of face-checked a brush. And that was a little bit silly without... So Zilean, doing some crazy stuff, has already warded the river and is already in their jungle. He's evading them, okay. He got spotted and is evading and blue-pilling in the brush. That makes sense, I guess. But already some nice action going off. Nunu getting a little bit too aggressive. Now, it's not going to set him back too far. He's already respawned. Now, he will miss that wolf spawn, so he can't consume and then leave. But he's still... Okay, so Vlad's going to potentially... Yeah, Vlad's going to probably try to support this Nunu right here. He's checking around. Okay, no, Malphite's coming down to support. Nunu's actually hiding. That's interesting to me that they're actually very afraid. I'm surprised he would go then. Oh, he went for Clairvoyance. That's right. Sorry. He was ready for Clairvoyance before he went. So there's the Swain X-Peak. Yeah, he's a Swain player. And, oh, Vlad, you missed that last hit. You're being silly. Even I knew that one. I don't even play Vlad. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about myself now. But anyway, so Vlad against Swain. Swain's last hitting quite well. Nunu has already picked up Golem buff. We can see him up in the... I like my point at my monitor right now. But Nunu up in the top of the map. We see he's carrying the Golem buff. And it's really cool that Vlad's actually kept him selected. I don't know, I find that really interesting. I think it's actually probably... I think he's doing that on purpose, keeping his jungler selected so he can keep tabs on what he's doing. So there's the Sanguine Pool learn for Vladimir. He's actually not doing very well at last hitting. I think Scapt has missed about half these minions so far. And I mean, it's sort of rightfully so. This is a lot of damage output that Peak is putting out here. Torment hurts really badly. And I want to see if he opened Doran's Shield or not, Doran's Ring or not. I don't think Scaft's going to click him for a while, but I want to know if he went Mana Crystal, Strength of Spirit, or if he just went Doran's Ring and was I'm not going to get harassed by Vladimir. Either way, he's going to have a lot of mana, but one's way safer for health. And look at that, already getting zoned. Oh, that one hurts really badly. Vlad already down to 170 health. And again, we just see one thing I do want to kind of point out, because we have a lot of listeners here, and of course, people love watching high-level players, and they love taking notes from that. There are a ton of underrated champions that just don't get played, right? Soraka is hugely played on the European meta. And if you're watching AAA versus SK, Wicked was talking about how he thinks Soraka has overtaken Vladimir and Janna as best support because of her recent kind of buffs. And that's up for contention, right? His other teammates were oh, okay, here comes Nunu to gimmick, and Sway does not have a natural escape, so there's the Ice Blast. No, Nunu will just back off, but this lane is pushed, which is actually really good news for Scaft, because his minions will get up there in time, and so he's pretty much safe, and now the minions are on his side of the map, which leaves Peak open even more for harassment, and Vladimir will continue to last hit pretty well with Transfusion, and he's not going to lose too much health anymore. He's got another healing potion that he can use. I really feel like he should use his health potion, because it would actually give him even more health. Basically, one thing that happens, if you haven't read the patch note, it's about a month or so old. If you're injured, you actually regen less health on level up. Wow. Okay, sorry, I got a random text that I'm not going to read. So basically, if you're at half, you know, champions gain like 85 health on a level up, right? Let's just say 100 for basis of comparison. So you'll say you gain 100 health every level up. Back in the day, you would just heal for 100 and get 100 max health whenever you leveled. Oh, hold on, the gank on top, and here we go. Sami's taking some damage, and Cho'Gath the Rammus already up in his business, and Vlad's not watching anymore, and yes, there's the kill. Malphite gets dropped down. I want to think if I actually called that or not, and I think yes, the chain CC command of Vlad Cho. Actually, no, because I guess I was saying that Malphite would get away with Seismic Shard. So I was wrong about who would win top, I think, basically, is what's happening there. Because Cho... Oh, no, Scaff, he does not have Sanguine Pool. An amazing gank right there from Rammus. Very, very nice play by Cyanide FI. Finish, of course, being that FI. Unless I'm just stupid, but I'm almost certain that's what it's for. And, oh man, already a 3-0 lead. Cho'Gath actually getting 2 of those kills. Some nice harassment there. Cho and, oh, this is unsafe. This is super unsafe for Corki. Taking a lot of damage from Tarek, but Nunu's in the back. I don't know why Nunu is sitting in the brush. They can't do anything with his Nunu. He can't make anything happen. There's no way they have the damage output to kill either of those champions. So, I think it's a little bit silly, but whatever. Okay, yeah, Zilean going back over. I'm waiting for who gets the first oracles for ward clearing. But already a very good start for MyRevenge. That first blood was really just a little bit silly from Nunu. That first kill was just a very great gank from Rammus and co. And I feel like they just failed to ward that. I was trying to remember if I saw a ward on the river at the time, and I don't think I did. But oh man, another kill as Swain has picked up the kill onto Zilean at the bottom of the lane, already being level 6 now, and just putting out. I mean, really, Swain has really good burst damage off his 3 normal nukes. They all do pretty decent damage. They're at least as good as Annie's. So his burst damage, if he can land, you know, the full dot combo, is pretty close to what Annie does. But then he has like bird form of screw you, I can't die. And so now it's up to Scaff to like rice really hard. Of course, he's got probably close to 30% cooldown reduction now, thanks to masteries and the boots. Masteries are at least 9, and the boots are 15. And he could get runes. I don't think he's doing cooldown runes, but you could do it. And let's see if Pete can successfully survive against this tower push. He's going to last hit what he can. Meanwhile, Scaff's just going to back up for now, and he's just going to be happy to just wait and sit on his side of the map, not getting ganked by Rammus. Because if Rammus taunts you, you will get rooted by Swain, and you will take a lot of damage. So, very wise of Scaff to stay towards the back. He will go in for the transfusion. He knows that, you know, with Never Move Down, he's pretty much safe to not getting ganked, and he should be able to pretty safely Sanguine Pool Rammus as well. So, Scaff I feel is really safe. I don't see him dying unless it's a team fight. And of course, I'm going to be wrong because I've been wrong like every single time I made a call here, but I really don't see it happening without him making a large mistake. And his ability power is 33, meaning he's definitely got AP Quints and I guess AP for level blues as well. He has no bonus health unless he's doing health yellows. I don't know. I'm pretty much useless right now trying to make calls. So let's see. Tarek is at the bottom. Looks like Tarek has oracles because he's sitting there. Yep. So he's killed that ward at bottom. Tarek is the oracles carrier for MyRevenge. We saw him down in the minimap over here. So that's good news for MyRevenge. They're up 4-0. They're up in turrets. Let's see. Minion kills actually still really close though. So the overall farm advantage is not too far off. You know, no tower kills. I believe no dragons. There's almost no way that MyRevenge broke off to get a dragon, unless I missed that after the Zilean kill. But I don't think it happened. It's possible though. I wasn't watching the minimap very closely. So instead, we're gonna, you know, Malphite and Cho still fighting up at top. Cho has actually pushed Malphite all the way to his tower, and I guess he knows that Nunu's far. I think he's safe with wards, but this is really not good for Malphite because I'll bet you he's kind of low, and I'll bet you he's not last hitting 100% against the tower. Whereas Cho'Gath, it's really easy to last hit. You have extremely high base damage. You have extremely bursty spells, and that's always going to be dangerous. But also, it's a really nice AoE team comp, right? Like you look at Vladimir and Nunu. Oh, and a nice arrow that was just basically not spotted at all. And he is just chain-rooted, and Scaff will indeed die. Oh, that was a beautiful arrow shot. And that was, yeah, so there he sees Ash. Ash, of course, shot it from Fog of War. And honestly, to be fair, now to be fair, that was a mistake. And here's why. Because there was enough time to see the arrow and press W. Because you saw the arrow on the screen, and I said, oh, an arrow comes out, and he didn't Sanguine Pool. So I'm holding true to myself that unless he makes a mistake, he doesn't die. And I'm just saying I'm right, because I'm always right, because I'm me. And that's not conceded at all. Okay, I'm going to stop being a D-bag now. So Vladimir is respawn. He's got a little bit of bonus ability powers up to 56, I believe. And this is an extremely damage-dealing thing onto Cho'Gath. Look at him go. Cho'Gath almost definitely going to die. No Shen to save him. And there we go. Very good. The first kill for H2k, picking that one up. Malphite getting some nice gold back. 350 for the kill. Actually, I forget if it's going to be 350 or 408. honestly, because I forget how the rules work on, like, if it's their first kill, they haven't died yet, all this random stuff, like, it's 350 or 408, but certainly more than 300 gold, plus an assist credit to Nunu, so Nunu's getting some gold back for himself. That's always good news. So, top lane, of course, free farm, a lot of minions going to waste now. Oh, there's a root off on Zilean, as there's the gank has shown up, and looks like, no, he won't be able to get away, it looks like Corki will revive. No, Corki will not revive, apparently Zilean's ult was down, I don't know what happened, really. But a double kill right there at the bottom. Swain already with now 3 kills. An extremely strong ganker, by the way. If you have an AoE root, that makes you an extremely good ganker. It's actually, I think, easier to land Never Move than it is to land, like, Morgana Dark Binding. Plus, he has 2 more burst spells. Like, Morgana's gank is like, I walk in melee range for my ultimate, and I might land Q, and then I guess I can drop, Puddle, basically. Tormented Soil. But Swain's like, all of my abilities deal damage and keep me from dying to you. So, damage output, go! And when you have, like, a Taric and an Ashe, yeah, it's gonna happen. And as I said, Taric and Ashe, really winning that lane quite nicely. So, some good stuff there. And yeah, we saw that Scaff was getting harassed really badly by Swain early on, but now he's pretty much fine. He's level 8, so no more tears for Vladimir. He'll be fine. And he'll just keep farming. It's 1-7 though. It's getting a little bit out of hand. H2k has to be pretty careful about this, but I think okay. So Swain's backing back out. Sure, that makes sense. And Vladimir's going to protect Corki a little bit as Nunu comes in to help him get the lizard. So Vladimir came out, checked the jungle, make sure it was okay, and it was safe. So there's actually one thing to do if you're in a really coordinated game is make sure that you sort of support your jungles once in a while, because people do jungle gank. Now, I don't know at what elo people start really doing that. Even at 2K, it's not all the time. But certainly the conversation in every 2K elo solo game is like, are we going to level 1 them? Well, I don't know, it's kind of unsafe. Well, they have Shaco, we should pop the boxes. Well, okay. They might have ward control. They're going for the dragon, and it looks like, no, Taric and Ashe are there, and oh my gosh, damage output. Zilean got freaking owned. Oh man, that's painful. Oh, he's not even 6. Oh no, Zilean! Oh, Zilean is so extremely dead. Can he get away? Nunu's ulting. They can't chase Zilean. I can't believe it. They're not able to catch up to Zilean. And there's the extremely late ultimate from Vladimir. That could have been used way earlier, when Nunu was still fighting. But they did manage to pick up that kill on Rammus. They got, I think, was that 2 for 1? Or no, they lost 2 for 1. Malphite and Nunu died, and Vladimir didn't ult in time. That's really unfortunate. So the ward's dead, and My Revenge winning another team fight. 2-9 now. Now, as far as ratio goes, 1-7 versus 2-9 is a bit better, but giving up 2 kills for 1, not really the business. And honestly, I'm surprised that Vladimir made the mistake where he didn't manage to Hemoplague into that fight. I'm not sure really what I forgot to watch how CC'd Vladimir was, but I can't imagine he was that gone because the arrow hit Zilean, not Vlad. Taric had stunned Zilean earlier. Maybe Taric went in for Vlad again, but I feel like someone was saving their stun for that Nunu ult. So I feel like there was a mistake made somewhere. But yeah, anyway, so Scaff just gonna keep farming up. He really hasn't bought any new items in a long time. He's really not been able to farm gold, with impunity. I'd be surprised if he's above 100 CS right now. Next time we press tab, I want to see if he's at like 105 or like 87. 87 I think would be my lower bound. I'm sure he's at there at least. 13 minutes is enough to get 80 mini kills, even if you're in not a great lane. I don't know. Then again, with his death, like 80 might be a high estimate. I like if I'm just talking and then like reneging on what I say. I'm like, well, actually, I mean this. Well, actually, something else entirely, because I'm just terrible. But, okay, well, Swain almost went down for some more harassment. And Zilean's coming back up towards the middle of the map. Oh, Vlad, you missed that last hit with transfusion. That's just silly. But, now a 3-second transfusion. Actually, it's more like 2-second transfusion. But yeah, Vlad's able to pretty much spam really well and keep regaining health. But he's got to be careful, because if he walks into range, he'll get stunned into root, which means he must Sanguine Pool. But the stun will last long enough. Then, oh no, yes, there, see? You can do it. You can Sanguine Pool arrow. Yeah, okay, that. So I was right. Oh, and they found Rammus. Rammus, why aren't you in the brush? That was just stupid. That was honestly just like a mistake that you shouldn't have made. So I'm not trying to be disparaging. It's just like, that's a mistake. He shouldn't have been spotted. This should have been a free gank. That was silly. And now Rammus backs right back out. But certainly, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm trashing on these players. They're extremely competent players, right? Like, the reason these people are dying is because the other players are extremely freaking good as well. But I always, as a habit, point out small mistakes, so that everyone who sees these things, so you can see things that are good, like, oh hey, don't miss root. But like, mistakes are just things that you want to sort of be aware of, so you can always be watchful. And already it's just a very good rotation from Swain gripping up towards the top of the map has pushed that turret down. So Malphite and the late Zilean and late Nunu unable to stop that at all. So a 2 turret advantage now for MyR Revenge. 7 kills, 1 dragon, maybe even 2 dragons, and 2 turrets. This is going quite well for them. However, oh, Zilean, you did not just get yourself caught right there. Did you really get so? Oh, okay. So it was Swain and Cho that comboed that kill. But still, he's out really far without teammates. And when you're against a team like that, and it might have been an Ash arrow too, we never saw it. Something like that. Okay, there. Corky, that was silly. You could have Valkyried, and you'd have been fine. There was enough time to Valkyrie that. But oh well. Anyway, Ash with a lizard buff. This is scary. Extremely scary. Oh man, H2k. And now, Corky's low enough that he can't really fight this. He can't aggress at all. And this is going to be extremely hard for him to fight this correctly because they have no healer, right? He has Blood Boy, which is cool, but he does not have a healer. Oh man, this Rammus is too aggressive. There's the nice combo from Vlad and Malphite. This will be a dead Rammus. And let's see what they can do. Corky has the revive, and no, this Swain is taking tower aggro. This Swain is most likely going to die. Ton of damage from Malphite and Zilean. Very amazing fight right there. 2 kills already for H2k. Ash trying to run away. Corky trying to chase. Oh no, there's a Taric, and Taric means that this oh no, nice play right there. Vladimir trying to get away. He does pull. Oh, the rupture misses. No, Cho'Gath barely misses that kill. But 3 for 1. Yeah, I did see that Corky was going to die. I'm surprised Zilean lived actually. I would have sworn that Taric would just go for that Zilean, but it's actually really smart for him to actually switch and go for the Corky. Even though the Corky was higher in health, he was like, the Zilean's here, but I don't care. I don't care about this Zilean. He's not important. I'm going to save my nukes. And this is actually, I want to reiterate this. This Taric was really smart. He had a Zilean in front of him with like 200 health and was like, nah, I don't care. There's a Corky killing my Ash. This Corky is more important than Zilean. Even though the Corky was more durable, he's like, no. And, wow, I missed it. I missed the Vlad CS. But actually, I'm surprised. Like, there was a lot of really low counts. Like, no one had 100 except for maybe Vlad. Everyone else on H2k had sub 100. And that's actually really surprising me that they're not less hitting as well. Vlad's at 77? Oh, man. That is low for this time frame. That is actually extremely low minion farming. And I realize that they've been ganking a lot, but, like, that's far from a perfect score. He was not out of his lane for 5 minutes. So that's a little bit unfortunate that there's a little bit of mechanical difficulty from them, that they're making these mistakes in lane. But yeah, 107 for Cho, 103 for Ash. Wow, Cho is CSing pretty hard. Even still though, I mean, again, these players are harassing each other and they're getting ganked and they're running around the map. So this isn't like they're sitting in lane AFK the entire time. So but normally if you are sitting in lane AFK, 100 minion kills by 17 minutes is a pretty low mark to meet. But again, you have to compare that to they've been fighting other people. So there's really nothing disparaging to say about their last hitting, because they've been doing things more important than last hitting, which is fighting. And in general, like there's a balance to strike between ricing in your lane and fighting team fights. And I think certainly the balance is not only rice and only team fight; it's somewhere in the middle. So if you basically ever see a perfect score or a really abysmal score, they're doing it wrong either way. I think like 70 is probably like a decent score if they've been ganking. So, don't want to be insulting these players. They're obviously extremely skilled, and they're not just staying in lane rising. So, just pointing out things like that. I'm always a numbers nerd, so I always look at like minion kills. I'm like, how good are they doing? Oh no, this Zilean is getting crushed right there, and he cannot ult. He is chain stunned with taunt and stun. He will not be able to ult himself. And this Cho harassing this Nunu quite nicely over the bottom of the map, and this Nunu is trying to run away. It looks like he will make it out. But extremely good push right here, 5-12, I believe, if I can make that number out right. They're still up by like 7, because math is hard, and 5 plus 12. 5 minus 12 is negative 7, so yeah, there's that. Oh no, Corky, oh, you almost got caught. Why did he Valkyrie there? That was a waste of your cooldown. Oh well. Oh, it looks like Dragons respawn. The entire team for MyR Revenge is going down towards the bottom. Oh, nice job. With the Oracles from Taric, they have killed that ward. Now H2k must react to this, but Zilean and Nunu are far. And it looks like Vlad will go mid and right, and they're gonna leave the dragon open. Oh, that's really unfortunate for these guys. They have to leave the dragon open because their team is not ready. Corky can see them. He's got to back off now. Malphite as well. That is the second dragon now for MyR Revenge. They're up 2 towers. They're up 7 kills. They're up 2 dragons. They're very much in the advantage here. However, I do believe that the late game is still advantageous for H2k. I think that Malphite shuts down Ash better than Cho'Gath shuts down Corki. I believe that Nunu Vladimir Malphite is a better burst comp than like Swain, Cho, and like Rammus basically. And the support Taric is of course a CC bot, but like I think Zilean outshines Taric late game. Like Taric has that cool, awesome ultimate, but it only affects one champion on his team to give bonus damage to. Whereas Zilean, you know, can revive anyone. He can do a lot of AoE damage. He can haste anyone or slow anyone. Oh man, that root is doing so much damage. The chain root is crazy strong for these guys. Nunu coming in there. Oh, look at that combo! Just so much damage. You see that? They're getting dropped down to half every single time, and looks like Peak might go down. Can Vlad get the damage of it? Yes, he will, but he has been ignited and dotted, and he will drop down. But it's still at least 3 standing members for H2k. Cho'Gath blinks in there, but oh, Corki got blown up. Very good by Cho, managing to pick out Corki at the very end. I'm surprised that it was actually such a just raffle stomp right there. Actually, I'm not. They opened up with Never Move into Rupture. 2 AoE stuns landing on top of each other is just going to completely crush your team. And honestly, like, and this is what's weird to me, is that they hit the squishies. They hit Corki, they hit Zilean, they hit people who shouldn't have been nearby. They shouldn't have actually been in range for that. Because, you know, it's Nunu and Malphite can initiate, and then Vlad can walk up through the rest of that damage output. Corki and Zilean don't need to be part of that initial combo, but they're the ones in range of the crowd controls. And that actually surprises me a lot. That I feel like they're actually making mistakes in being too aggressive as the squishy targets. That I feel like H2k, I mean, obviously it's My Revenge capitalizing on mistakes, so it's them playing really well, but I feel like H2k is making mistakes in their positioning where they're getting caught when they shouldn't. And this is, I mean, this has really been the situation always, where like, you really never have the ability to force someone to die. You have the ability to capitalize on a mistake. And that is how every game works ever. Like always, unless it's like completely random luck. Killing someone is almost always, I mean, you can force mistakes, certainly. Like in tennis, they track forced errors and unforced errors. Like, there are such things as forced errors, but in things like that where they weren't fighting beforehand and then like they just showed up and got ruptured, like that's an unforced error. And I feel like it's really, oh man, another kill. Zilean just dying over in the jungle to Corki, or sorry, to Cho'Gath. And I feel like it's unforced errors a little bit. And My Revenge capitalizing extremely well. I mean, they're playing just so very well coordinated. They're always in the right place at the right time, and I just think they're deserving of this win personally. Like that's really what it is. They're playing so well, they're deserving of this win. But Vladimir with one of every AP item in the game, I guess going for Rabbit and Deathcap first. And because they know Vlad's bottom, they're going for Baron, and H2k isn't trying to stop them. They're giving up a free Baron kill, and this is just sealing the game away more and more. Unless no, they're not going for a steal. Okay, Nunu and Rammus didn't run anything. They could have tried for it. Like if they had cooldowns, and they do, all the ultimates are up. Nunu and Malphite, they could have actually. I mean, Cho'Gath has Feast, so maybe that's too much for the net to handle. But you can Malphite ult to stun all of them, and then Nunu can run in with Consume and Smite. That's potentially available. And I'm not saying it's likely or anything, but I mean they could have. And honestly, they're losing by 10 kills. They might actually want to do something like that. But they do have a tower kill. Of course, Scaff did push that tower down at bottom, which equalizes a little bit of that Baron advantage. Of course, not all of it. Baron's worth more than a tower, quite obviously. But they got about half the gold back, and a small percent of the experience, and obviously no buff. But he got to solo farm some minions, which was useful. And it's pretty decent for him. So. Let's see. Okay, so Vladimir putting out some mad deeps. Let's see what they can do. Okay, good pool. Yeah, it was probably worth it to pool. Honestly, he didn't need to, because Cho'Gath had already used Rupture, and I mean maybe Ash would have ulted and Taric would have gotten in range for stun. So I kind of see why he pooled there. It's probably the safer option than risking getting Ash stunned. Because once you're rooted, you can't pool, so that would make Ash into Taric a permanent stun. Okay, so Corki's now back in the action. Cho'Gath with Banshees and Sunfire Cape is going to be extremely dangerous and difficult to deal with. I like an ad for League of Legends at the bottom. Okay, sure, yes. Let's have an ad for League of Legends on a League of Legends stream. I always find those funny, really. But anyway, yeah, so an extremely good push is going to be here. So they have Tarek, they have a healer, which means they can sustain this push. Obviously, they also have Baron buff, which is a lot of sustain as well. But they have just direct healing, meaning that they can poke at this tower and do fine. So Ash will hawkshot into the base. They know exactly what H2k is up to. And they're going in actually, wow, they're going to open up with XP. He's jumping right onto Vladimir. And Vladimir taking a ton of damage right here. Oh, there's the nice arrow from Ash, and that is a dangerous, dangerous Corki. He will back out and be safe. But they have taken the tower now, and they've pushed them completely out of their base now. They've killed Nunu, and they're continuing to chase down. Looks like they will get this kill on Malphite as well. Malphite getting completely crushed down thanks to Cho'Gath. And let's see if Vlad's going to put the damage output. He might be able to kill this Swain. No, he gets healed. Oh no, the Zillion Time Bomb might be enough. No, Swain will live thanks to the Baron buff and to Tarek. And now they're a 5v3 inside the enemy base. They're getting the inhibitor. This is almost definitely a win for My Revenge in Game 1. Now stay tuned, there will be a Game 2 and Game 3. Well, potentially a Game 3. It depends if H2k can win. But very good play so far. Just great play from My Revenge. I can't stress that enough, that they're really playing as a much better team. They're playing extremely competently. And Vlad bought another Amplifying Tome. I think he's actually forgotten he's bought the Amplifying Tome. And he's just getting really flustered by this game. That's really unfortunate that he's sort of being forced into errors by the extremely powerful aggression of My Revenge. 400 damage transfusions though are nice, so that can always add up eventually. Alright, here we go. Cho'Gath has run in there doing a little bit of damage to Nunu, but Nunu will be pretty much safe. Some nice minion kills there from the Vladimir. Soul Shroud has already been completed by Zillion, which is good news, but I think Tarek probably has his as well. And let's see, I have no feedback at all. Wait. CLG stream has 10,000 viewers. So, oh, it's clearly working. Okay. Good news. Alright, so Scaff's going to take out a couple of these neutral monsters right now. Just trying to get himself some golden experience. He's up to level 15 now, which is pretty good. With the Soul Shroud from Zillion, of course, kicking in for basically max cooldown reduction now in this Vladimir, which is pretty sweet. And he's able to last hit really strongly with Tides of Blood and Transfusion. He actually gave that one up. That was actually a mistake to give up that minion kill. Basically, he just didn't cast Transfusion, or it was on cooldown from casting it too early. But basically we're gonna have to wait around right now, as I believe My Revenge will probably wait for the next Baron to spawn before they go again. I think they want to just really solidify their advantage. And oh no, it's actually just going for mass amplifying tomes. Okay, that's actually kind of cool from Scaff. Actually, I actually really like that. What he's going for is he needs like power now kind of thing, so he's just massing amplifying tomes, because they will all turn into the Spellvamp book anyway. And he just wants like this power now kind of thing, and he doesn't really need the Spellvamp right away, but he does want the ability power right away. So that was my mistake to call it a mistake from Scaff to call him Fluster. That was actually the right play. So I apologize for ever so slightly talking smack on Scaff's item choices. Oh, nice pull right there. He does manage to block the Rupture, but oh my gosh, the damage output. Cho'Gath is not even taking really any damage either, and Zillion gets completely crushed right there. There's the absolute zero, and there's the Hemo Plague, and bam, some damage output going off on these guys. Yes, they will get that kill into Tarek, but this is unsafe. Oh no, will he die to Cho'Gath? There's the Ignite! No, he will get into the pool just in time. Cho'Gath did not have another spell up, just barely. He's got now his Hextech Revolver, and this is actually looking maybe okay for H2k. They have killed one. It's 4 alive, but I think they have most of their team as well. XP getting quite low. They could get this damage up, but they're jumping onto him extremely hard, but he's getting away just barely. This is, and a nice taunt there on the Nunu, but I think Nunu's going to be safe. He's pretty tanky. He's probably got some nice items on himself. Not a Sunfire, but maybe a Randuin's, maybe a Banshee's Veil. I'm not sure who has the Aegis, actually. I didn't actually see an Aegis aura anywhere. That's actually a mistake, they don't have Aegis yet. They don't have, oh man, they don't have Aegis. That's actually, I think, a mistake from H2k to not have one. I realize Nunu needs Banshee's Veil really badly, but I think somebody stuck it up and get Aegis. Malphite even. That's actually surprising to me, like really surprising to me. Like, it's good that they got the Soul Shroud, and I just missed the item tab. Like, I completely like flaked on if they had one or not. It's cool that Vlad's getting the Spellvamp book. I think it's a really wise choice, because you look at the entire team and all of them will use Spellvamp, and that's just a really smart item choice for him. But I think it's a mistake for them not to have an Aegis already. But he can now afford the Spellvamp aura. If he blue pills, he can pick it up. Right now, I would note my golden and just go for it right away. 2 inhibitors down is not really good news for H2k, of course, but they're actually not in the worst shape ever because they haven't lost their base yet, and they're getting a lot of free farm with these minions. Now, of course, Baron is going to be a lot of golden XP for MyR Revenge, and he's certainly dead by now. But they got him last time, I thought. Okay, I'm just flaking and like blanking on whether Baron was dead. I'm pretty sure they got it already for that last push. But they're getting a lot of free farm. Yeah, see, Scaff is out farming all. See, look at that. Nunu there at the bottom. It's like, no problem. Scaff's got mini kills. And really, Vladimir scales super hard, right? He gets unkillable and really deadly. And he gets both AoE damage and single target burst. So, it's really cool. So, yeah, so there's the Malphite. Not even the makings of Aegis on the entire team. I really think that's a mistake. Oh, he's not going for the Spellvamp book. Okay, so instead of the Spellvamp book, that Amplifying Tome still builds into Rylays, but I really, really think Spellvamp book should be gotten. It's like 400 gold for a lot of stats to your team. Okay, well there we go. They have the new Baron, so there's the Baron kill that I was speaking of. And this is actually probably a game. I don't think H2k can hold up to this. Cho'Gath is too farmed, and he's too much of a gentleman. Oh, good job. They dodged the Ash Arrow, but they will still get the inhibitor. So this is now going to be a 2 inhibitor push. And this is not really looking good for H2k whatsoever. They're going to get a lot of damage off onto this Swain, though, which is very good news for them. But Swain has Golem buff, which means he can basically just heal himself up whenever he feels like it. Oh no, Malphite got rid of it. He got hasted out. That's good. There's the damage of it, but they don't have a Nunu ultimate. I think he cast that way too early. He cast that without his team. I think that's a huge mistake from Scaff. And now Ash has come across the map, and Nunu's going to eat it really hard. Yes, Nunu has fallen. And let's see if they can do any more damage to this Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's going to jump in there, and nice feast right there. Picks up Vladimir. This is definitely going to be game 1 for MyR Revenge. That is a lot of dead people right now. Very good play. Good job there. And yep, there's the GG. There's a surrender vote. Yes is clicked. And MyR Revenge will take game 1 of the finals, but we have more coming up. Stay tuned. We'll have a game 2 and eventually a game 3. So don't turn that dial, bros.